everybody, and welcome to the third episode of Blurred Lines, John Cabot's university's forum on gender biases and double standards. My name is Sophia, and I'll be your host. So today's topic is relationships, cheating, and the fear of commitment. So without further ado, let's introduce our guests for the day. So we have Elvira, Adriana, and Stefano. So, do you think that cheating is a part of human nature?
In some situations, I would say. I mean, there are some people who are more keen on cheating, and I'm saying by my personal experiences. But there are also some people that find it repulsive, like me.
I actually think it's quite the opposite. I think that we are creatures of monogamy, and I think we look more often for companionship than the other, but I've just found that in my experience.
So I think I will be in the middle of your opinions. I think that it can be considered in a way, a part of human nature. But that doesn't mean that it's a right thing. It can be something that comes out, like in a relationship or in general, but it doesn't mean that it's something good or understandable.
So, do you think that nowadays in our millennial era, do we have a big fear of commitment? Or
no, I actually don't. I think that particular, and I'm speaking for a lot of the female friends that I have, I think it's quite the opposite. I think people are too ready for commitment. A lot of times I think people want a relationship before they want to love someone, because still I think marriage and relationship is such a big part of our society that it comes off as a goal for many women, and I don't think that has been defeated yet. So I think it's quite the opposite. I think that particularly women, from what I've experienced, is that they want commitment before they want to fall in love with someone.
I agree with that. I mean, it's not unreal to just talk within girls and just say, oh my god, I want a boyfriend. It's very common. Even during lunch, or we saw a very beautiful actor and we're like, oh my god, I wish it was my boyfriend. Not even a guy who I can meet in a random bar, but my boyfriend. It's just such a common sentence that I hear every day, that I think from women, from the women's side, being in a relationship is more about being stable in our life, in kind of way.
Yeah, it can be something like that. I mean, not everyone has this need to be in a relationship. Absolutely. And I guess it's, of course, right. But some people, especially in this nowadays, some people are really... some people try to find someone to be with, to be understood. Maybe that is something related to the fact that we are really out of our comfort zone during life, especially when we live in big cities like Rome. So we struggle with lots of things, and we need something to feel accepted and understood, even if it's not the time for us.
it seems almost like a cultural thing as well. I think in bigger cities, though, I feel like it is kind of becoming less common to want to be in a serious relationship. These people come and go very quickly, and so I think it's a lot of people are just like, you know what, I'm not going to get too involved, and they just kind of want to have fun, it seems like to me. But I think it depends on how you grew up, how you're raised, and and do you think it's more of like a woman thing to want to be in a relationship than men?
Yeah, probably yes. And the fact is that we have like lots of opposites. People who don't want a relationship, and people who are really addicted to relationships. And then there are people that change relationships. Like they're trying to find someone, but at the same time, it's never that thing. It's never that someone, and they keep on changing, and I think it's unhealthy.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't spoken with many men on that, but what I do think is I think it's definitely an age thing, and what I mean by that is I think in the age of social media that we're in, I think we are hypersensitive to response, and so I think a relationship is really conducive to that. So whenever you need someone, they're there, much like social media facilitates that instant response, that instant gratification. And that's why so many people post statuses and tweets and things like that when they are upset, because they need the gratification of a response. So if anything, I don't know if it's really a gender thing, but I do think it is an age thing.
I also believe it is like location also driven, because I can say, like, I'm from a really small city in the south of Italy, and I can say that the majority of my friends, they're like engaged at my age. Or like, well, in the south sometimes there are still many weird things happening, but like marriages in high school, which
That's
are
an American thing too.
Yeah.
It's huge.
So like I can see that me who left like the small cities, come to Rome, like it was easier for me to just saw the difference between my friends who are all engaged, all like serious in their partner and their relationships, very, very involved, to the extent of like not being able to look at their kind of future in a way, because okay, I have a boyfriend, I have a fiance now, I can study some weird stuff that I want to study just because, but I'm gonna stay at home here, I don't need to move or like expand my knowledge about other stuff. And I can see this deep difference between me and them in a way.
Yeah. Well, now we're going to take a look at a YouTube video where a girlfriend is being surprised, almost pranked by her boyfriend with her cheating texts. So now we're going to take a quick look at that.
Remove the blindfold. Yeah! That's you cheating on me. So get the fuck out of my house right now. I'm glad you drove an hour for no fucking reason, and this is going on YouTube, sweetheart. I know you don't care, because you're a whore.
So, do you think that online chatting with people or DMing is equivalent to cheating?
It is. In some ways, it is.
Yeah.
We can agree that it's not a physical act, but I think it's something even worse in a way.
Yeah,
it's more psychological. Because you're not having sex, you're flirting with another person, so you're there, you can think about your messages, and that implies that you are more into this thing. I think it's my opinion.
No, I totally agree. Like, you're not only betraying psychologically that person, but you're betraying their trust on you. Like, you're actually even doing something so much worse than casually having sex or like meeting someone randomly, I believe, because like you put effort in finding that one other people to flirt with, you know?
And it's something continuous.
Yeah.
So and you keep on hiding it, so it's something in a way worse than having casual sex.
I mean, I don't think it's worse than having casual sex, but I do think there's a lot of equivalence in it. I mean, I'm a jealous girlfriend, so I may be a little biased, but I think the fact of the matter is that it's much more public than casual sex. So when your partner is liking another person's picture publicly, everyone sees that there's a reason why your partner likes this picture. So it's a betrayal on a whole nother level, that other people are publicly seeing your partner being invested in someone else.
I think also it makes drive yourself crazy when you're like,
Yeah.
when you're finding these things too. And so I'll leave it with that, and thank you guys for being a part of our show and telling us your experiences. So don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. Thank you for watching.